Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Hey, Tom, how's the weather?
Hey, Amelia, how you doing? Now, Amelia's from Surrey, enjoying the weather, probably enjoying being outside today, but since you asked about the weather, let's get to it, all right? It was a hot one today, 76 degrees in Minot, which is 8 miles west of Surrey. Bismarck at 77 degrees right now. Dickinson at 80 degrees. Williston, 83. Sydney, Montana at 82. And the dew points are in the 30s and even a few 40s, which are really low, especially when it's hot. So it's not muggy at all outside, so it might be a little warm, but certainly not sticky. It is also pretty blustery, 15 to 20 to 25 mile an hour wind, most locations. And you can see this. Well, Linton, over 20 mile an hour wind right now. Steele, close to 20 miles an hour. New Salem, 18 miles an hour. Yeah, it's pretty breezy out there. And looking at the AgWatch end-on 4-inch deep soil temperatures, and nice little rebound from yesterday. I mean, 2 nights ago it was really cold, so it wasn't nearly as cold last night, and those temperatures rebounded quite nicely. In some cases, gone up 4 or 5 degrees, and I'd like to say they're firmly going to stay in the 40s and maybe some 50s, but another cold night could change all that. So here's a look at the radar. And a couple things. This little thing right here, you're going to see it looks like a pattern, so ignore that. That's just radar. But there is some lift going on up here in Divide County and up in southern Saskatchewan, and then up in Canada. So obviously that rain is likely hitting the ground, maybe a couple sprinkles off to the southwest. And when we look, and I pulled this back a little bit, and I've turned on the upper winds, and this is kind of stirring the rain clouds, and you can see how they're just kind of working their way right along the wind stream, so you get a pretty good idea where it's heading, right towards us. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be heavy or anything like that, but we can see it coming, and you can even see how the rain is starting to work its way back down to the southeast here. So this is what's on the way tonight. And by the way, in Idaho, right where that 15 is, right now it's a severe thunderstorm warning, but I saw 2 tornado warnings, which is pretty rare for Idaho. And when I look at the wind down on the surface now, this is a different thing. This is down on the surface, these lines. We have some kind of a little itty-bitty low, not terribly strong, but it did trigger some showers up in Divide County and up into Canada. So by 9, 10, 11, midnight or so, that might meander to the east just a little bit. And then here comes the rain for tomorrow morning. Again, not heavy, not widespread, but it is rain. And it might rain hard for a little bit, but overall it's not going to be much. But look at these wind streams. In the yellows there, it's going to be pretty windy tomorrow, and even tomorrow afternoon, and maybe a second little round of scattered showers. And it's also going to be windy pretty much all day. So the next 72 hours for Dickinson, you can see how the temperatures start climbing back into the 70s, so that's actually very pleasant. And then early next week, there is a storm system that should be in the area, could arrive Sunday afternoon. Monday and Tuesday, I think we have a pretty decent chance of rain. Tonight, beautiful temperatures tonight in the 50s, tomorrow 60s and 70s. Here's a look at the next 7 days for Bismarck. And look at these numbers here. Now, even when it cools off, 50s aren't bad, but it rebounds a little bit next week. But overall, it is going to be windy tomorrow, Lauren and Nicholas. But I think the good chance rain really is going to be early next week.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. Tom, thank you. Stay with us. Your 5 at 5 is next.